So I'm on a walk and I decided I'd show just some of the common plants that you can find that are native that do really well in a garden around here. We've got one of the bindweed species. They're kind of weedy. Lots of mock vervain. That one does really well. It's very short-lived. Lots of Johnson grass. This stuff is invasive. Hedge parsley. You can see over here we have the Texas thistle. This is our native thistle. And the reason that you can tell that it is native is because one, you grab the stem and there are no prickly bits, just leaves. But also you can grab the base of the plant and it will feel like a light prickle, not super hard. Got Cali Roe. This is the annual species. Lots and lots of thistles. Some nightshade. Bumblebees love these. Let's see. Got lots of Carolina snail seed coming up everywhere. These make really pretty red berries, but they reseed everywhere. So wherever you put them, you gotta be sure that's where you want them forever. And they'll come up everywhere in your garden. The Zephyranthes rain lilies have already made seed. Let's see if I can find, here we go. These little spiky flowers right here, like this. These are the Tragia species. They're called the noseburns or the nettle leaf noseburns. They cause a burning sensation when you touch them, but they are the host plant to the common anemone, which is my favorite butterfly. It's very beautiful. It has like this cloudy grayish white, like fade ombre to the top of the wing, and then a beautiful like burnt orange at the bottom. Very pretty butterfly. This right here is Isotes milkweed, Asclepias onothoroides. Easiest milkweed to grow in pretty much anywhere of south of San Antonio and in San Antonio. Over here we've got some wild Salvia farinaceae. There's some more of that I'll show here in a little bit. Super easy to collect seed off of this guy, and this thing just comes up everywhere. I'll show you where it's reseeding around here. A lot of people. Yep, you can see here in the shade where it's reseeding. This big guy up here, this small tree, this one's gone through a lot of drought stress. But this is the common hop tree, Tilia trifoliata. You can tell it's got those 3 leaves. It's been reseeding all over the place over here. But it's a very beautiful small tree with very ornamental seed clusters and leaves, and it's a favorite of the giant swallowtail. I have one of these planted in my yard. I can't wait for it to get big. Does good in part shade to full sun, but it's not particularly picky. There's another one right there. Right there. Let's see, more salvia. Let's go take a look at some grasses. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. This right here. Let's take a look at him. See? That's greenbrier. It's a very aggressive vine, but it's very pretty. And birds love to roost in it. Let's go look over here. Right here we've got, this is a low-growing native grass. This is Texas fluffgrass. It's in the genus Tridens. Sorry, not Tridus. Tridens. You can tell because it's got these long, heavy pods of seeds. They're slightly oily, not like Tridens flavus, which I grow, but you can definitely feel they've got some tackiness to them. It's a small grass. Doesn't get any more than a foot or so, but Very nice. Here we've got Ruellia humilis, which is the wild petunia. This stuff will grow everywhere, reseed everywhere, and it's got beautiful purple flowers. A lot like Mexican petunia, the one you see in the garden center all the time. Lots of wild frog fruit. This one's a very whimsical little plant. I just stick this in between all of my plantings to take up space. It's the perfect plant if you don't want to have to deal with like weeds like vetch or crabgrass or Dallas grass. It's very good at taking up space. Super drought tolerant. And it's got these whimsical little blooms. Perfect for like a fairy garden or something. Let's see, what else do we have around here that I wanted to show? Oh, here we go. Greg's tube tongue. This one gets very pretty little flowers on like brilliant green foliage. It's a very nice little bloomer. I see a lot of things on that. Let's see. Got some pie melons over here. I know everybody hates these, but I quite like them. I think they're very pretty. They're super drought tolerant, so look at that little flower down there. Got some bees in it. Leave it be. Very pretty squash. If I had room, I'd grow them. Lots and lots. Ah, here we go. Over here you can see all of this. All that gray stuff is Artemisia ludoviciana, or white prairie sage. It's very aggressive, but it does really good in a hot, dry spot, or like with reflected heat. I'm planning on putting some in a container to see how it does in a western spot. That gets reflected heat. I think it'll do great. It's a very pretty plant, but you can see just how aggressive it is. It just chokes everything out, save for the Johnson grass and some wildflowers. Here we've got Engelmann's daisy right here. Pretty little yellow plant, yellow flower. Lots of native thistles. I want to get some thistles going in my garden. I'm gonna have to collect some seed. Thistles are very good pollinator plants because they make so much pollen. And most people don't understand that pollinators really need pollen to reproduce. The nectar is just an energy source because pollen has all that protein and nutrition in it that they desperately need. You can see over here, there's another globe mallow right here. This one will get little orange flowers on them. I don't know the species. I think it's one of the Abutilon species. Very pretty little apricot colored flowers against the like pale seafoam green foliage. All of these plants are incredibly easy to grow in a garden. They don't need any soil preparation. Here we've got some more Salvia farinaceae coming up. It's been so wet this year. All of the salvia has done exceptionally well reseeding. I'm so proud of it. Here's one in full sun. You can see what the blooms look like. The wild forms have a little bit more white on them. There's a heavy, very, very heavy variation in color. A lot of them are dark blue, some of them are light blue, but most of them have some more white on them, as opposed to Henry Dulberg. I like the whiter ones, but I grow mine in contrast with Greg's Mistflower, and I quite like the Henry Dulberg one, which is why I use that one. Of course, that's also just another wild type cultivar. Here, let me take some of these Texas thistle, and you can see if I rub my hand in it, well, you can't really see, but you can see like the white. It feels very dusty, like I just rolled my hand around in flour, like baking flour. That is pollen. Very, very important resource. Some more Weisach daisy coming up. I'll show you a nice patch. Oh my goodness. All of these plants can be grown in caliche, sand. Some of them might need a little bit of looking after, maybe once or twice a week, but they are all very easy to grow, and they are all very important to pollinators, especially the small weeds like that Tragia species I showed you. Oftentimes people dislike them, but they're so Oh, here's a butterfly. I can't remember what that one's called. I think it's the Texas crescent. This here is Weisach daisy. This is super drought tolerant, does not like rich soil at all. It's super thick this year. But you can just see like all of these little yellow flowers on this super depleted, dried out soil. This massive spread of them. This was about half this size last year. I don't know if this is moonflower or not. I think it might be a muskmelon. But moonflower, Dodder radii is also another one that will just grow wherever. You just need seed of it or to get a start. Let's see. Oh, and here's one that hasn't bloomed yet. It's been blooming everywhere else, but not here. This is Rotibita columnifera. It gets pretty brown, like mauve brown flowers with a light, like yellowish understripe to them. This one hybridizes with a lot of the other prairie coneflowers, like Pinnata that I have, the Gulf Coast prairie one, which is usually more of just a straight yellow. It will produce some interesting colors, so it just depends on which one you get. Alrighty. Oh, speak of the devil, here we go. A lot of the ones in my area have like a maroon instead of a brown. Very pretty. I don't know if you can see it here. But they're excellent garden flowers. They bloom and bloom and bloom and bloom and bloom and don't care how much water they get.